Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to TJK Network. My name is Tyler Kasperzak, and we welcome you here to the PTHS baseball field where the Pequannock Golden Panthers will be taking on the Madison Dodgers. So Pequannock is coming in this game with an overall record of 0-2, and they are 0-1 in the NJAC Liberty, coming off a 16-4 loss on the road at Madison for the first game of this short two-game series. And, of course, now Madison coming here to Pequannock's field for the second game here as the Dodgers look to try to sweep Pequannock. But, of course, Pequannock looking for their first win of the season still, and they're looking to get one back here and hopefully pick up a big victory to split the series against Madison at 1-1. That first game at Madison was Madison's first game, so they're 1-0 on the season, 1-0 in the Liberty Division. So again, Madison won that game 16-4. It only took 5 innings due to the mercy rule. So again, Pequannock just looking to bounce back and pick up a much-needed win here, as their first game against Randolph was an 11-7 loss. So again, looking for that first lucrative win. But anyways, let's get into your stats. But before we do that, might as well just recap again Pequannock's team from last season. So last season, again, they were 17-8. That's a .680 winning percentage. And their record in the Liberty Division was 6-2. And that was a .750 winning percentage. And they finished second in the NJAC Liberty Division and had the number 1 seed in the state sectional playoffs, but lost in the semifinal to the number 4 seed. They got upset at home to Wallkill Valley. They had a 2-0 lead, but couldn't hold on as they lost that one 4-3. But anyways, let's get into your batting order for the Golden Panthers. So here it is. So leading off will be third baseman, number 20, Cooper Carlin, followed by shortstop, number 2, Jack Picardo. And then your starting pitcher for this game is going to be number 24, James Killian, who's going to be batting third. And then cleaning up will be number 12, Britton Bell. He's going to be playing at first base. And then behind the plate, catching is number 27, Luke McCabe, who's going to be batting fifth. And then batting sixth in the order is going to be the designated hitter, which is number 34, Tide Nafee. And then batting seventh is right fielder number 4, Matt Mistretti. And then batting eighth will be left fielder number 18, Devin Cook. And then batting ninth, last in the order, will be center fielder number 16, Nolan Casey. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Subscribing is completely free and helps us out a ton. Send this message to family and friends who can subscribe. This broadcast is also brought to you by our official sponsors, Bulbed.com and TopWaterBastards.com. Be sure to check out the TJK shop, link in the description below. It is tjk152.com/shop to go check out our latest merchandise. Be sure to also follow our socials. We're available on Instagram and TikTok, and both are at TJK Network. For more information on Sports Network, go to tjk152.com/network. And again, our shop link is tjk152.com/shop. And again, you can find all these links in the description below. So, of course, this is the third game of the season for Pequannock for this 2026 baseball campaign. And again, Pequannock trying to get their first win here and also even their record at 1-1 in the Liberty Division. Trying to split the series against the Madison Dodgers as Madison picked up a dominant 16-4 victory over at their field just 2 days ago. And again, James Killian will be your starting pitcher for Pequannock, number 24. So Madison just warming up here on the field before we're underway. And Pequannock will come out on the field here to start off our top of the first. As Madison will be batting first, we can go over their order. So leading off will be the shortstop, number 1, Liam Melvin. And then batting second will be center fielder, number 3, Carter Ferris. And then batting third will be the right fielder, number 2, Andrew Haviland. And then cleaning up will be first baseman, number 16, Chris Vaughn. And then batting fifth will be the second baseman, number 20, Luke McGuire. And then batting sixth will be left fielder number 10, Jackson Strauss. And then batting seventh will be the catcher behind the plate, number 23, Pat Lang. And then batting eighth will be the third baseman, number 12, that is Brady Sodano. And then batting ninth will be the pitcher, if I'm not mistaken, which is going to be number 8, Michael Mattia. I'm sorry, Michael Magia, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So it's going to be number 8, Michael Magia, who's going to be batting ninth and also the starting pitcher for the Madison Dodgers. So that is the lineup there for the Dodgers. We just went over the Pequannock one a couple minutes ago earlier in this broadcast. So Madison just huddling up here with the officials, the umpires of the game, before we get ready. Weather in this game today, it's a little bit overcast, 71 degrees. Temperature is dropping. It was 78 degrees, not even like maybe an hour and a half ago. It's definitely starting to drop, and also the wind is picking up, and we do have a little bit of a light drizzle. But overall, shouldn't rain at all really heavily in this game. We should be good to go. But again, the weather should be good for this game. Again, it's only expected to have little light drizzles there and then, but overall, shouldn't have any moderate to heavy rain at all. Shouldn't be any of that. So we should be good for this game. Of course, tomorrow we'll be back on the air at the softball field. Pequannock softball will be playing against Madison. That'll be tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and then Friday is nothing, and then we'll be back on the air Saturday when baseball will be taking on Mountain Lakes at 10 in the morning. So again, once Pequannock takes the field, we'll go over your starting pitcher for this game and his stats. And here we go, as Pequannock will take the field now. As we get ready for the top of the first, we'll go over your starting pitcher again, it's going to be number 24, James Killian. So James Killian entering his junior season, of course, with no stats, as this will be his first appearance, but we'll go over his stats from last season. So last season, he played 2 games, pitched 3.1 innings, allowed no runs, no earned runs to be exact. He's perfect on that. Had no record, 0-0. Of course, no ERA. He allowed only 1 walk and only hit 1 batter and struck out 3, averaging 1.5 strikeouts a game. Didn't allow any hits. So, of course, James Killian didn't really see that much action last season, but he looked solid in those 3.1 innings pitched, and we'll try to look to keep that going in his first start here of the 2026 season. And again, leading off for the Madison Dodgers will be the shortstop, number 1, Liam Melvin. So again, Madison with a dominant 16-4 victory against Pequannock at Madison, which was 2 days ago. So here we are as we enter the top of the first. Again, Liam Melvin, the Madison shortstop, number 1. He'll lead off. James Killian looking to get off to a good start here. Here's the pitch, and James Killian's first pitch is strike 1. Count out 1-1. And Liam Melvin ahead on the count at 2-1. This one sent high here towards right field. It's going to go foul, and the count will even at 2-2. If I'm not mistaken, Madison scored 11 runs in the first inning, in the first meeting at Madison. Pequannock looking to change that philosophy today, as this one is going to get past the second baseman, and it will be a base hit for the Dodgers. Went off the glove of Jack's younger brother, Jeff Picardo. So Melvin at first, and now center fielder number 3, Carter Ferris, will come up to the plate. First pitch on Carter Ferris is a strike. That will put Killian ahead, 0-1. Popped up, but it's just going to get over the fence. So Carter Ferris now down 0-2 on the count. And this one gets over to short and trying to go for the double play, but it's going to be no good. So Pequannock will get at least one out as they get the force at second. as Carter Ferris will reach first. Pequannock tried to go for the double play. Couldn't get the throw to first correctly. But regardless, they do keep Madison out of a scoring position spot. So now coming up to bat will be Andrew Haviland, number 2, the right fielder. Pickoff attempt at first. Carter Ferris will stay safe. First pitch on Andrew Haviland. Here's a ball. 1-0. Pickoff attempt at first. Carter Ferris stays safe. That one's high. The count now at 2-0. Andrew Haviland ahead on the count. It's 3-0 with 1 out. And that's ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk as Carter Ferris will make his way to second as Andrew Haviland takes first. And now first baseman, number 16, Chris Vaughn, up to bat. This one sent up high. It's going to be foul, as that one went out of play. This one sent up high here to left field. It is caught for the out. So now 2 outs on the Madison Dodgers. Madison still with one runner in scoring position. That is Carter Ferris at second. And now number 20, the second baseman, Luke McGuire, up to bat. That one's going to go foul. That one's low for ball 1. Good block there by Luke McCabe, as he was able just to keep that one from going behind. So 1-1 on Luke McGuire. 2 runners on base with 2 outs. Popped up. That one is foul. And the count will go 1-2. Another one that's going to go foul. James Killian still ahead on the count at 1-2. Pickoff attempt at second, and he is out. And that is going to end the top of the first. And that's a great way for the Panthers to end that first inning as they get out of that small jam. And as Madison stranded 2 on base. Of course, the final out was a pickoff at second. So now Madison will come out on the field, and now Pequannock will be up to bat. It'll be Cooper Carlin to lead off. And the starting pitcher for the Madison Dodgers is going to be number 8. And that is Michael Magia. We'll get his stats for you from last season. Looks like he doesn't have any stats from last season, so it looks like this will be his first action on a varsity. So this will be his first start here for the Madison Dodgers, according to our look up here on stats. As we enter the bottom of the first coming up. So here we are as we enter the bottom of the first. It'll be Cooper Carlin, the third baseman, to lead off. against Michael Mejia on the mound for the Dodgers. This one set high here. And this one will hit the fence. And Cooper Carlin starts off this first inning, bottom of the first inning, with a lead-off double. And now coming up to bat will be the shortstop, number 2, Jack Picardo. So Cooper Carlin in scoring position with no outs. Jack Picardo can bring in the first run potentially. And this one gets over to third, over to first. Madison does not make the play. Cooper Carlin gets over to third, and he is going to stay. Jack Picardo will make his way to second. And now Pequannock with 2 in scoring position. And it looks like the umps are going to rule Pequannock, Cooper Carlin, to come home, and he will score, as the third baseman actually blocked him. So Pequannock gets the first run. So Cooper Carlin scores. Jack Picardo made his way to second after Madison could not make the play at first. And again, Cooper Carlin was originally going to stay at third, but the umpires ruled him to come home and score due to Madison's third baseman blocking him. So no outs, and James Killian, the pitcher, will come up to bat for Pequannock. Jack Picardo is in scoring position with no outs. Killian can do some serious damage here and potentially give Pequannock an early 2-0 lead. The first pitch on Killian was a ball, so he is up 1-0 on the count. And we'll have a meeting here on the mound as Madison's catcher, Pat Lang, has a quick discussion with Michael Mejia, and he'll come back to his spot behind the plate. Here's the pitch. That one gets behind. Jack Picardo is going to steal third with no issues. And James Killian ahead on a 2-0 count. So now Jack Picardo, not that far from making it a 2-0 Pequannock lead. James Killian with a 2-0 count, as that one is sent foul. The count now at 2-1. Another one that's going to go foul. That'll even our count at 2-2. And that's another one that's going to go foul and out of play, as Killian stays alive here with a 2-2 count. And that one's high. The count's going to go full. It's now 3-2. And another one there, drilled foul. James Killian giving the pitcher, Michael Magia, a good battle. And that's another one that's going to go foul. James Killian put on, once again, a great battle at the plate. And that one's low for ball 4. He earns himself a walk. And now a runner will be at each corner. And now Braden Bell will come up to bat. Pinch runner will come in for James Killian. It's going to be number 3. And that's Michael Lopes. So Michael Lopes pinch running for James Killian at first. Jack Picardo at third in scoring position. So Braden Bell looking to drive in another run for Pequannock to give him a potential 2-0 lead with no outs. Pickoff attempt at first. Michael Lopes is safe. That one's going to strike dirt. It'll be a 1-0 count. That one tipped foul. It's 1-1. Pickoff attempt at first, and Lopes is safe. And this one gets to third, over to second. They can't make the play. Jack Picardo will score. And we will still have no outs. Pequannock will take a 2-0 lead as Braden Bell reaches first. And Lopes will make his way to third. So a runner will still be at each corner. And now Luke McCabe will come up to bat as Pequannock is up 2-0. And Michael Lopes is at third. McCabe can bring in another run for Pequannock with no outs. That pitch there gets behind. And Lopes will score. It's a 3-0 early Pequannock lead in the bottom of the first. And on top of that, Braden Bell will make his way to second. And we'll have a meeting here on the mound. But a lot different of a start for Pequannock in this second game against Madison. Again, it was all Madison in that first meeting on the road at Madison High School. But this game, Pequannock has put up 3 runs here in the bottom of the first. So here we are as we come out after that short timeout. It's an 0-1 count on Luke McCabe with no outs. He's got a runner at second, that being Braden Bell. And this one will go over to short, over to first. Madison makes a play, trying to go for a double play at third. They get it. So Madison will get 2 outs. And now Todd Nafee will come up to bat. So now no runners are on. And now Madison has 2 outs on Pequannock. Todd Nafee swings and misses at that pitch. Strike 1. And now Todd Nafee down 0-2 on the count with 2 outs. And that's going to be strike 3. And that'll end our first inning. But Pequannock scores 3 runs and will take a 3-0 lead as we enter the top of the second. So Madison made 2 errors in that bottom of the first. So here we are as we enter the top of the second with Madison back up to bat after Pequannock scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first, and now the Dodgers looking to respond. A little bit of a different principle in this game, as again, I believe Madison scored 11 runs in the first inning at Madison in that first game 2 days ago. But this game looking a little different here. So Luke McGuire up to bat. That is the second baseman who is going to lead off here for the top of the second as that first pitch struck dirt for a ball. That one also low for ball 2. It's going to be 2-0. And that one got behind Luke McCabe, and it will now be a 3-0 count. That one's high. It'll be a 4-pitch walk. As Luke McGuire will take first. And now number 10, left fielder Jackson Strauss up to bat for the Dodgers. That one's high for ball 1. Popped up. And it'll be caught for the first out. And now number 23, the catcher, Pat Lang, up to bat. This one gets out to left field. It'll be a base hit. Luke McGuire advances to second. Pequannock give it a hold. Pat Lang to a single. And a pinch runner will come in for Pat Lang. As that'll be number 4, Andrew Fort. So Madison with 2 base runners on with 1 out. And now number 12, the third baseman, Brady Sodano, up to bat. As he is dealt a strike by James Killian. It's a 0-1 count. This one's high. It's a 1-1 count. That one's also high. And now Brady Sodano ahead on the count at 2-1. And that one there is strike 2. The count will now even at 2-2. Quick little chat there between James Killian and Luke McCabe before they return to their respective spots. That one is low. The count's going to go full at 3-2. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout there by James Killian for the second out. And now the pitcher, Michael Magia, up to bat. First pitch is a strike. Swing and a miss. James Killian ahead on the count at 0-2. 0-2 count. 2 runners on for Madison with 2 outs. That pitch there's a ball. So the count will now be 1-2. That one's foul. As Michael Magia tries to stay alive here. Here's the pitch. And the count will now even. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch. And that is strike 3. And that'll do it here for the top of the second. Pequannock will be back up to bat for the bottom of the second coming up shortly. So here we are in the bottom of the second. It'll be Matt Mistretti to lead off here. As he'll send this one foul. That one a little inside. It's a 1-1 count. Sent high here. And it is caught in right field for the out. And now Devin Cook up to bat. And this one gets out to left field. And he's going to try to go for two here. And he will stop there. It'll be a base hit double there for Devin Cook for his first at bat. And now Nolan Casey up to bat. He has a runner in scoring position with one out. That one's a little low. 1-0 for the count on Nolan Casey. Nolan Casey dealt a strike by Magia to even our count at 1-1. That one just tipped foul. That'll put Magia ahead at 1-2. I have a little mound visit here between the catcher, Pat Lang, and his pitcher, Magia. It's a 1-2 count on Nolan Casey with a runner at second. And this one is just foul. As Nolan Casey looks to continue to keep this battle at the plate going. Here's a pitch. And this one gets out to center field. Devin Cook will be held up at third. But Nolan Casey picks up a single, and now a runner at each corner. And now we'll be back at the top of the order with Cooper Carlin up to bat. This one sent high here to right field, and what a catch. But coming home is Devin Cook. It'll be a sac fly for Cooper Carlin. So Pequannock will take a 4-0 lead. Cooper Carlin was robbed of a potential double as Madison's right fielder with a great hustle play there to make that catch. So it'll be 2 outs. Nolan Casey still at first. Pickoff attempt at first. Nolan Casey will stay safe. So Jack Picardo up to bat. As he has dealt a strike. Our pickoff attempt at first. Nolan Casey remains safe. Swing and a miss. And Nolan Casey went there, and he steals second. So now Nolan Casey in scoring position with Jack Picardo down 0-2 on the count. With 2 outs. And this one is grounded to third over the first. And Madison able to make the play there for the 3rd out. But Pequannock able to drive in another run to take a 4-0 lead as Cooper Carlin picks up a sac fly as Devin Cook will score from third. So that'll do it for our 2nd inning. We'll enter the top of the 3rd. So here we are as we enter the top of the third. Pequannock with a 4-0 lead on the Madison Dodgers. Much different look in this game compared to the matchup at Madison 2 days ago. So we're back at the top of the order for the Dodgers. It'll be the shortstop, number 1, Liam Melvin, at the plate. As he drills this one out to center field. What a catch by Nolan Casey for the first out. An amazing catch there by Nolan Casey at center field to get the first out. And now, number 3, the center fielder, Carter Ferris up to bat. That first pitch there is a little low. 1-0. This one grounded over to second, over to first for the out. That one was grounded right to Jack Picardo's little brother, Jeffrey Picardo, who was able to make the play to Braden Bell. So 2 outs, and now number 2, the right fielder, Andrew Haviland, up to bat for Madison. This one is going to be grounded foul. It'll now be a 1-1 count. That one struck dirt. That'll put Andrew Haviland ahead at 2-1. That pitch there is ball 3. The count now at 3-1. That pitch is ball 4. It'll be a walk for Andrew Haviland as he takes first with 2 outs. And now coming up will be number 16, the first baseman, Chris Vaughn. Swing and a miss for strike 1. One count on Chris Vaughn. Strike 2. James Killian ahead now on the count. It's 1-2. That's a swing and a miss, but that one got behind Luke McCabe, and he will get to first. So unfortunately, this inning will continue here as Luke McGuire, number 20, the second baseman, comes up to bat. Andrew Haviland also advances to second. With Vaughn at first now. That one's high for ball 2. This one popped up. It stays in the infield here. It'll be ruled an out, even though the ball was dropped because Jack Picardo was interfered with. So that is going to be out number 3. As expected. So that's going to do it for the top of the third. We'll now go to the bottom of the third. So that's the second time that happened again. The first run scored by Pequannock was a play by Madison that was also blocking the runner. And we saw the same thing happen here. Except it was the opposite, as Pequannock was the one hitting and running. Madison prevented a runner from scoring, which resulted in the officials giving Pequannock the run, which gave him the 1-0 lead to start off. Of course, this time Madison was the ones batting and the ones batting. Pequannock was the team fielding, and Madison interfered with Jack Picardo as he tried to get the out there on the pop-up. And, of course, that one dropped, but again, he was knocked over by the Madison runner, so it is ruled an out due to interference. So that'll do it for, again, the top of the third, and now Pequannock is going to come up back-to-back here for the bottom of the third. So here we are in the bottom of the third. James Killian will lead us off here. As he has dealt a strike on his first pitch. And now James Killian down on an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3 for the first out. And now Braden Bell up to bat. Does he swing on that one? Yes, he does. Strike one. That one is drilled out to left center field, but Madison makes the catch. So that is out number 2. And now Luke McCabe up to bat. So the catcher, number 27, Luke McCabe, up to bat. And the first pitch on him is going to be a foul ball for strike one. Madison looking to have a clean 1-2-3 inning. Another one fouled there. That'll put Luke McCabe down 0-2. And this one gets out to center field for a base hit. McCabe held at first. It'll be a single. As we'll have a pinch runner come in for Luke McCabe at first. That's going to be number 23. And now Todd Nafee up to bat. As this one's popped up here in foul territory and caught for the out by Chris Vaughn. And that'll do it for our third inning, as we'll now enter the top of the fourth coming up. Number 23 is Alex Koltak. He was on a roster. Had to check on Game Changer. So that's who was pinch running at first for Luke McCabe. It was younger brother of former player Nick Koltak. So here we are as we get ready for the top of the fourth, with Madison back up to bat. Pequannock with a 4-0 lead. As number 10, the left fielder, Jackson Strauss, will lead off here for the Dodgers in this top of the fourth. First pitch on Strauss is low. It'll be a 1-0 count. That pitch there is a strike. That'll even our count at 1-1. That one strikes dirt. 2-1. That pitch there is strike 2. This one popped up high, makes its way to center field, and it'll be caught by Nolan Casey. So 1 out on Madison. And now the catcher, number 23, Pat Lang, up to bat. First pitch there is high, 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That one strikes dirt. 2-1. Swing and a miss. That'll even our count at 2-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And now it is 2 outs on Madison. And now coming up to bat will be the third baseman, number 12, Brady Sodano. First pitch is sent foul for the first strike. As Sodano is down 0-1. That one there is high, and will now even our count. Two one on Sodano. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That one's high. The count's going to go full at 3-2. Three and two with 2 outs. Here's a pitch. This one sent high here to right field. Matt Mastretti will make the catch for the third out. And that'll end off our top of the fourth. So bottom of the fourth coming up shortly. So here we are as we enter the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Matt Mastretti to lead us off. Swing and a miss for strike one. Mastretti holds back on that one. And that'll even the count at 1-1. Mastretti now ahead at 2-1. That one struck dirt. 3-1 count. And that is ball four for the walk, as Mastretti will go to first base. And now number 18, Devin Cook up to bat. Going for the bunt. He holds back on it. And that'll be ball one. Pickoff attempt at first. And Matt Mastretti will be safe. Another pickoff attempt. And Mastretti will stay safe. Runner goes. Mastretti to second, and he is out. And the count on Devin Cook will be 2-0. And the count on Cook is 3-0. And Devin Cook works a 4-pitch walk. And now Nolan Casey will come up to bat. First pitch on Casey, strike one. Trying to go for the bunt. And it'll be strike two. Michael Mejia ahead on this one with an 0-2 count. Pickoff attempt at first. Devin Cook is safe. Swing and a miss for strike three and the second out. And we'll now come back to the top of the order with Cooper Carlin up to bat. Cooper Carlin drills this one high. And this one will hop over the fence. It did not get out. It'll be a ground rule double. Devin Cook will move to third. So Pequannock with 2 runners in scoring position. And now Jack Picardo up to bat. So Cooper Carlin hits a ground rule double as that one bounced over the fence. And looks like we'll have a mound visit for Madison. And it looks like the ball will be taken away. And that is going to be it for Michael Mejia. It's going to be number 20, Luke McGuire, who is going to come in relief for Michael Mejia. So Luke McGuire coming in with a 2025 season where he pitched 35 innings, allowed 31 hits, 13 walks, and 1 hit batter. And McGuire's got a 2.4 ERA with 14 strikeouts. So, of course, Luke McGuire coming in with no stats this season. This will be his first appearance, but those are his 2025 stats from last season. As he comes in relief for Michael Magia. So again, Pequannock with 2 runners in scoring position at second and third, but Madison has 2 outs on Pequannock. And Jack Picardo will come up to bat, looking to try to bring in 2 more runs, potentially. Madison looking to get out of this inning, still down 4-0. And this one is drilled out to left field, and Madison doesn't make the catch. 2 runs will score as Jack Picardo will get the second. And this inning will continue on. So Pequannock with a 6-0 lead on the Madison Dodgers. So Jack Picardo at second. He is in scoring position with 2 outs, and now James Killian up here at the plate. That first pitch on Killian was ball 1. So he is ahead at 1-0. This one sent high here to right field, and Madison makes the catch to end this 4th inning, but Pequannock adds 2 more runs to take a 6-0 lead as we enter the top of the 5th coming up. So here we are as we enter the top of the 5th, as Pequannock has mounted a 6-0 lead on the Madison Dodgers. Jack Picardo drove in 2 more runs in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. Madison was not able to make a catch at left field, which resulted in those 2 runs scoring. So Michael Magia up to bat, the 9th hitter in the order for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss for strike 2. James Killian ahead with a 1-2 count.
Good pitch.
Popped up high. And it is caught by James Killian for the first out. And Madison will now be back at the top of the order with Leah Melvin up to bat. First pitch on Melvin strikes dirt. It'll be 1 out. Two 2-0 for the count on Aaliyah Melvin. And it's now been worked to a 3-out count. Leah Melvin works a 4-pitch walk. And now Carter Ferris up to bat with 1 out. James Killian deals a strike. One on Carter Ferris. And that one there is strike 2. Runner goes. And this one's high here. And gone. Madison with a 2-run homer. So Carter Ferris hits a 2-run shot to get Madison on the board. It's now a 4-run game, and we'll have a mound visit here. So that's going to do it for James Killian. An amazing first outing. Only letting up 2 runs. And now Jack Picardo will come in relief. Let's get his stats. So Jack Picardo, of course, has pitched 1 game in this season so far. He has a 5.25 ERA with no record. He's pitched for 4 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 walks, and he has struck out 4 batters, averaging 4 strikeouts a game. So those are Jack Picardo's stats for this season, as he's only had 1 appearance so far. Again, Jack Picardo, if we want to pull up his last season stats, he had a 3.27 ERA with 14 strikeouts in 15 innings pitched. So Picardo comes in relief for James Killian after he gave up the 2-run shot to Carter Ferris. And now Andrew Haviland will come up to bat. Jack Picardo now pitching for the Golden Panthers. First pitch by Picardo is a strike. That one's low for ball 1. Couple defensive changes since Jack Picardo's now pitching. James Killian, who was previously pitching, now at third base. As this one is drilled to right field and is gone. Back-to-back homers for the Dodgers. It's now a 3-run game at 6-3. So a 2-run shot by Carter Ferris, and now a just solo homer for Andrew Haviland. It's now a 6-3 game. Pequannock still up by 3 runs, but looking to get out of this one here as Madison looks to try to rally back in it. So Chris Vaughn up to bat. The first pitch dealt on him is a strike. That one's low for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Now, before that home run was hit by Haviland, a couple defensive changes made for Pequannock now that Picardo's pitching. James Killian, who was previously pitching, now at third, as Cooper Carlin moves to short, taking Jack's former spot now that he's on the mound. The count at 2-2 on Chris Vaughn. Popped up. And Matt Mastretti will make the catch for out number 2.
Keep the line moving. That's the goal.
And now Luke McGuire will come up to bat. That one was a little high. Ball 1. Picardo gets a strike there on that one. It's 1-1. And this one, grounded over to short, over to first, and Pequannock gets it done for the 3rd out.
Ready to play.
And that'll do it for the top of the 5th. But Madison starting to rally a bit as they do score 3 runs to cut Pequannock's lead in half, now at 6-3. So here we are entering the bottom of the 5th. Leading off will be Braden Bell. Swing and a miss for strike 1. One count. That one's high. That'll put Braden Bell ahead at 2-1. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. So 2-2 on Braden Bell, and that's strike 3 for out number 1. And now Luke McCabe up to bat. That one there's a strike. 1-1. And this one grounded to short. Over to first, and I believe the play was not made in time. Yes, McCabe makes it safe to first. Madison not able to make the play in time. And we'll have a pinch runner come in. It'll be Alex Koltak taking over from McCabe at first. Now Todd Nafee up to bat. This one is grounded to third. Over to first, and Madison able to get the play there as Koltak advances to second with 2 outs. Now Matt Mistretti up to bat. He has a runner in scoring position at second, but Madison with 2 outs on Pequannock. Pequannock potentially looking to add a little bit of cushion to their three-run lead. Swing and a miss for strike 1. A pitch there is strike 2. That'll put Luke McGuire ahead at 1-2. That one's low, and we'll even our count at 2-2. And the runner will advance to third and be safe. Koltak steals a base there. So 2-2 count. Mistretti with a chance to bring Koltak home to give Pequannock a potential 7-3 lead. And this one grounded over to short. Throw over to first. And Madison able to make the play there for the 3rd out. And that'll do it for our 5th inning. We'll enter the top of the 6th coming up shortly. So here we are in the top of the 6th with Madison back up to bat. Pequannock up by 3 runs at 6-3. Jack Picardo returns to the mound. And number 10, Jackson Schross, the left fielder, up to bat for the Dodgers. This one sent high here to right field, and it's caught by Mistretti for the first out. And now the catcher, Pat Lang, number 23, up to bat. First pitch on Lang is strike 1. That one's high. 1-1. Another pitch high there. That'll put Lang ahead at 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. The count will go full. And that one is a walk. And now Brady Sedano up to bat. Pinch runner will come in for Lang. Pinch running at first is number 4, Andrew Fort. First pitch on Sedano is a strike. That pitch is strike 2. Pickoff attempt at first. Fort is safe. One and 2 on Sedano. This one is foul, out of play. Sent high here. Out at center field, Nolan Casey makes the catch for out number 2. And now Michael Magia up to bat with 2 outs and a runner at first.
Hey, great pitch.
1-1 count. Tipped foul for strike 2. Allen's high. The count will even at 2-2 with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. 4 strike 3 and out number 3. That'll do it for the top of the 6th. And now Pequannock coming up to bat early for the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Golden Panthers to start off this bottom of the 6th will be number 18, Devin Cook. And he drills this one out to center field, and it will be caught. And Nolan Casey will now come up to the plate. Going for the bunt. It is fair. And Nolan Casey will reach first. And now we're back at the top of the order here as Cooper Carlin will come up to bat. Pickoff attempt at first. And Nolan Casey is safe. Here's a pitch. Carlin dealt a strike. And this one gets out to center field. And now Cooper Carlin on a run down here, but Nolan Casey is going to get to home plate and score. And now Pequannock is up 7-3. Cooper Carlin is going to be out on that run down there, but that caused a distraction as the runner from third was able to score. So it's a 7-3 Pequannock lead with 2 outs. And now Jack Picardo will come up to bat. That pitch was high there and inside for ball 1. This one sent high here. Out to right field, and it's gone. Jack Picardo with a solo homer here to give the Panthers an 8-3 lead. Pequannock now back with a 6-run lead in the bottom of the 6th. And now James Killian up to bat. First pitch is a strike. Excuse me, 5-run lead. Correction there. That one goes foul. And it's an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That's going to do it for the bottom of the 6th. But Pequannock able to get 2 big runs there to make it a 5-run lead. As Pequannock looks to try to get 3 more outs here to pick up their first win of the season. Jack Picardo will remain on the mound to try to close this one out. A different outlook on this game compared to 2 days ago at Madison, where Madison dominated and picked up the 16-4 victory. But this game, Pequannock is 3 outs away from picking up this game and splitting the series, and also picking up their first win of the season. So it's a 5-run lead. Pequannock able to get some of that much-needed cushion after Madison rallied in 3 runs after Pequannock was up 6-0.
Let's go, Jack. Come on out, Jack. Here we go, Jack. Top. We're at top here.
So here we are in the top of the 7th. At the top of the order with Liam Melvin up at bat as he is the other strike. This one is going to go foul. And this one gets out to right field for a base hit. Liam Melvin held at first base. It's a base hit single. Now Carter Ferris up to bat with a runner at first. And no outs. Pickoff attempt at first. And Melvin is safe. This one grounded over to Killian. Not able to make the play at first. Madison now with 2 runners on base with no outs. One's in scoring position. As Melvin advances to second. And now Haviland's up to bat after Carter Ferris reached first after a fielding error made by Pequannock. Ball 1. This one's foul. 1-1. Another one that's foul. That'll put Jack Picardo ahead at a 1-2 count. As Pequannock tries to get an out here. A much needed one as Madison's starting to put on some pressure. That one's high and will even the count at 2-2. And that is strike 3. A big strikeout by Jack Picardo for the first out in this top of the 7th. Pequannock 2 outs away. And now Chris Vaughn up to bat for the Dodgers. Good block there by Luke McCabe as that one struck dirt. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That one was low. 2-1. Three and one on Chris Vaughn. Here's a pitch. And he tips that one foul. The count will go full. And that is strike three. Pequannock 1 out away. And now Luke McGuire up to bat for the Dodgers. Madison down to their final out. Pickoff attempt at second as Liam Melvin gets back in time. Popped up. And it is caught by Braden Bell for the final out. And the Panthers pick up the victory against the Madison Dodgers. After dropping the first meeting 2 days ago at 16-4, Pequannock picks up an 8-3 victory here at home. So a big divisional win for the Golden Panthers as they split the series against Madison. Again, bouncing back after Madison had total control of the first game 2 days ago at Madison at 16-4. And Pequannock is able to respond here at home to split that season series. But anyways, that's going to do it here at the PTHS Baseball Field on TJK Network. Your final score once again, Pequannock 8 and Madison 3. Pequannock picks up their first win of the season and will advance to an overall record of 1-2 and will even their record in the Liberty Division at 1-1. And for the Madison Dodgers, they will drop down to an even 1-1 record, 1-1 in the Liberty Division. Anyways, my name is Tyler Kastozak here on TJK Network. We hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and also turn on post notifications while you're at it to stay notified when we do our next broadcast or upload our next video. Anyways, we will see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Peace out.